Hello! So, if you haven't seen my channel before, I'm Lapis, and I do art, voice acting, and all kinds of other stuff. A lot of people have been asking how I do my art rendering, so I thought I would show. I start with this grayed out to kind of shape what I'm trying to make. And then through that, and of course a lot of references that I gathered a bunch of images together and I put them on a sheet, and you could see me throughout the video looking at them, color grabbing the ones I want, and then and also you could also see me merging down layers as I go. That too. But I know that a lot of people usually they have let's say they have these lines that tell you where everything is and they do it that way. I did not quite do that with this. I think I normally do that with line art, which I'll show you how I do that type of art later. But this is just kind of how I do lineless art. If you like stuff like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe! Thank you! Back to the video. I also, when I got to this point of the video, I realized that, I need to reshape her face. It looked fine when she was facing this way, but a big thing you need to do is flip your canvas to make sure you're doing it right, so you can kind of see me redoing that part here. I am actually quite thankful that Evan Stanley even posted the references for these on DeviantArt of all places. Thank you. That makes my job so much easier. But I also thought I would talk about some other random stuff while I guess we're here. I was making a sandwich earlier, and I am very upset because it was way too hot because I like heating them up and melting the cheese, right? It was so perfect, and I was so happy about it. And then guess what? Guess what? It fell off! Yes. It fell off. It fell out of the pen because I didn't grab it correctly and my hands were shaking, and because it was so hot. And it fell, and I am very sad. Yes, very sad about that. Because I like sandwiches a lot. I love sandwiches. And, I will never get that sandwich back. No sandwich is ever the same. No sandwich is ever the same. Anyways, I also should probably talk about a bunch of random stuff because someone also suggested that I talk about, they said for me to just yap while they're working on chores. So I guess I'll talk about the future of this channel. I might as well. I really want to try new things, and this is a pretty good example of that, and I think that's why the community video was more of something to kind of say, this is what I'm about, and this is how I'm gonna do stuff, moving forward. And I think that's really important to kind of let people know, hey, this is why I'm here, this is why I do what I do, and I'm going to be extremely careful about who I'm friends with as well. And that's kind of what the point of that is. And it kind of sucks when something that significant happens, you have to say that. You know what I mean? And that really has, I would say, messed with me a bit. So that's kind of why I'm okay. Now that I'm really looking at all my friendships, I'm trying to figure out where things are at. And I'm thinking, okay, why, why do I interact with this person, or why, all these things. I really am thinking about everything. And I think that that's really important for when you're trying to make sure that this person or this person is good for you. Good to stay in your life. And I think me being extremely choosy about that is also extremely important. I think you choosing those people is extremely important. And I know that sounds really random, I know, but I really think about it every day. I really do. and I am thankful for everybody that is here. And all the things that you guys say, too. I mean, I literally read all the comments. I do. I read all of them. All of them! Anyways, I've gotten onto the point where now I'm actually coloring over the gray. And I guess you could kind of call it grayscale. Kinda. I think that's what people call it when they go over the gray with color. But I'm just kind of going over it and coloring it in. And I also kept looking at this reference because I'm like, how am I gonna put this part on this part? And I did struggle with that hand a lot on how to shape that. And I also almost forgot her claws because she is a wolf and wolves do have claws. So I did later on add that as well. And I also am trying to do more full body artwork with these because I used to only do like a top half before. And I mean, I have like that blaze drawing I did that I'm really proud of that I did like a month or two ago. Might have been actually last month. I can't remember. But anyways, I've really liked that one. And I feel like that type of style that I did there, I want to kind of, that's what I tried to do here as well. I may come back to this art piece later on and try and reshade it. I am honestly not sure because I tried to get the colors where I wanted it to, and I also wanted to make her hair look super, like, flowy. So I gave her, like, a really, really fluffy tail, and then I gave her hair, I made her hair a lot fluffier than I know it is in the reference. And I also thought about having it so that all her hair was down, but I thought it would be easier if I just put it in a ponytail here. And we're actually at the point where you can kind of see me experimenting with what types of, what do you call it, effects, kinda, of the colors I wanted to do. And when I actually shade stuff, I use this eraser tool, and I create the, erasing. I use that to, sorry, I worded that funny. I use that to kind of shape where the lighting's gonna be. And I know a lot of people draw on the shading, they draw on lighting. I actually erase to make them. I know that sounds a little bit insane, but I erase to make them, and then I'm actually going over all of it with this, like, it's called O Block, which is, like, my favorite brush to use for everything. And I do that to give everything, make it more visible. So I'm kind of going around the edges right now and making everything a lot more visible so that, you know, you can just see it. And I'm pretty sure, I can't remember at this point of the video if I'm probably gonna change the color because it's a little too dark. But yeah, this is what we're working with so far. And I'm most likely going to change a little things here and there to kind of add some extra stuff in there. And this is about the point where you kind of start zooming in and then going over certain parts, and I color in I use this other brush, I can't remember the name of it, it's probably on the screen, it's like round watercolor, and I'm going in and I'm like basically erasing some of the shading to create lighting, and then coloring in some stuff, and then I set the right of my pen, my drawing pen, so that I can color grab constantly, and I'm actually constantly color grabbing when I'm drawing. That way I can shape everything into whatever color I'm trying to shape it into. So I'm kind of just color grabbing and then moving the thing up to kind of change the color, and then color grabbing again, and then color grabbing again, and then shaping it, and then using that to kind of smooth everything out to get it to be the way that I want it. And then I added some highlights in some places, and I know some people will ask, like, how the heck do you know where to put highlights? I kind of, you're trying to decide where the light's coming from, if that makes sense. So if you're looking, usually it's towards like, to make it super bright towards like the middle left of the drawing, and that's why you can kind of see where I'm looking at it and going, okay, I'm gonna put some up there and put some here. And I mean, it's still optional. The way you do everything is very optional. You don't have to do it all that exact way. But I started like, of course, coloring in other stuff, adding some other stuff, and I have like this really painty kind of style for that. And then I turned up the color to make it brighter, turned it down, and then I went over it again. And I think I ended up with something a little bit brighter than what I had before. I'm still, like I said, I'm still not sure if I like the way I did the lighting here or not, because I did eventually change it to be a lot lighter and brighter than what I had. But it is still not bad. I don't think what I do was bad here. But I did want it to be a little bit brighter, so I started going over it with some stuff to try and figure out what would work. It's a lot of experimenting, that's for sure. It's a lot of experimenting, trying to figure out what's gonna work with what you're doing. That is a big part of drawing, is experimenting. And I ended up with like this like very bluey kind of purpley style, and I also ended up doing a background later and adding some other stuff to it. But yeah, this is the result of that. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit all over the place with this. I've never done a recording thing like this before, but just let me know if you want more stuff like this. To my channel members, thank you for being here and watching this video, and it would be awesome if you could like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you!